Before starting the sanding down of the opal rough on the whetstone, the whetstones need to be soaked. Now these are absolutely bone dry right now. Haven't used them yet, so what we need to do is put them into a tub of water. You see all the bubbles coming out of there? That's the air escaping and water replacing the spaces where the air had been. So it'll take about 10 or 15 minutes for that to completely saturate. And let's go ahead and put this one in there as well. Now this one, you can see that depression there. I've used this one to carve my first set of opals, and eventually just wore it all the way down to the finer grit on the other side. But this will also need to go into the water. You might be able to see the bubbles form on the surface there. Up here there's some bubbles coming up. Let's see if we can... There we go. Alright, so we're going to wait for a little while for these to get totally soaked. Now we'll continually wet the surface of the whetstone with a syringe full of water, and just squirt the water onto the whetstone while it's here in the pad, and that'll keep it wet enough to make sure that the dust from the stone doesn't get airborne, and also we don't want to overheat these. We're going to be using the Ethiopian opal, and that's a hydrophane opal, and it absorbs water. But all opals should be cut in wet form, unless you have a breathing mask you can use to protect yourself from the silicates. That's not something you want in your lungs. So anyway, let's get these all soaked up, and then we'll start cutting some opal.